If people have to be ahead of the curve, उनको AI tools use करना ही पड़ेगा. And it is not like कुछ AI tool उठा लिया उसको use किया. Not just that. They have to understand AI कैसे काम करता है.
बिल्कुल जी, आप एक इंजीनियर हो, ठीक है? क्या मकसद है आपका पॉडकास्ट लगाने का?
See, AI is making a lot of things easy. Coding तो बहुत easy हो गया. So being an engineer has its own advantages. You are able to know how to build a system, but unless you communicate it to the outside world, it is very difficult for people to start using what we are building.
अरे विष्णु जी, क्या वास्तव में AI जॉब रिप्लेस कर रहा है?
I am not going to sugarcoat it. AI definitely is causing a lot of job loss, especially in the entry level. Being a company, we are hiring less engineers than what we used to hire before. We are seeing this happening in the US as well.
अच्छा विष्णु सर, इंडिया के अंदर AI फाउंडर्स क्यों ज़्यादा नहीं है इसके?
That is one of the biggest challenges. So there is a disconnect between the academia, the startups, and the enterprises.
विष्णु जी, बहुत बहुत स्वागत है आपका द फाउंडर्स टीम में.
Thank you.
कैसे हैं साहब?
Doing great.
लाइफ कैसी चल रही है?
Life बढ़िया है. Everything is going good. Lot of things that we are planning to do.
एज ए फाउंडर कैसा लगता था बोल के?
Founder, it's a very difficult journey. We have a lot of things to do. We sometimes feel a lot alone, but taking help from advisors and mentors, we are trying to do a lot of things for India.
विष्णु सर, आप द अल्फा AI आपने बनाया, द अल्फा AI.ai,
The alpha.ai. Yes.
द अल्फा.ai.
Yeah.
तो इसके पहले आप क्या करते थे और आपको इसकी द अल्फा.ai बनाने की इंस्पिरेशन कहाँ से मिली?
So I've been in the tech industry for over 18 years. I was in leadership roles both in India and the US. And when the Gen AI wave hit, it felt a little different from all the technologies that I had seen earlier, right? So there was some fundamental shift that definitely had happened. And I was looking at what is going on around the world. US was definitely ahead of the game because that is where it all started. And China is a close second. And if you really look at it, India is nowhere on the scene, right?
Correct.
So that kind of frustrated me because we have got a lot of engineering talent. We have got a lot of academic presence. So why is that India was not able to do something close to what US or China are doing? So that is where the frustration crept up. And that's when I started the alpha.ai, where our idea was instead of trying to play a catch up game with the US and China and trying to build foundational models, maybe we have to play a different game so that we are in the landscape of the Gen AI. So we have got a lot of engineering talent. We build a lot of scalable software for different countries. So I thought, why not put that engineering talent to the work and build a platform that kind of defines what we can do in the Gen AI space. So that's how the alpha.ai originated.
So your major client is from the US and all?
Yeah.
From the other country, not from India.
Not from India right now.
So why are you not selling your product to Indian customer?
So it is India is still catching up, right? For our customers to figure out how to use AI and how they can implement it in their business. They're still very back in that. So we are trying to educate a lot of Indian customers. There are a lot of GCCs opening up in India. So we are working with them closely to identify their use cases and then solve for their specific business problems.
So Vishnu, I think in engineering colleges, there are some gaps like GPU or AI infrastructure is not there.
Yes.
तो कोई challenge face होता है इसकी वजह से here is not there?
Yes, it is a huge challenge. In fact, that is the biggest challenge that both the academics and the startups are facing right now. India, compared to US, in US, business happens at the speed of thought, right? So if you want to buy a GPU, you can just go, there are stores out there, you can buy a GPU and start building whatever you want to build. In India, वो इतना simple नहीं है. If you have to buy a GPU, you have to spend at least 15 lakhs for an average GPU. and then you have to train your AI models, and it is a huge effort. It costs electricity, it costs GPU, and spending 15 lakhs is not that easy, either for a college or for a startup. And China, they figured out by themselves how to work around the bans that US had put on their chip imports and all of that. But India, we are far behind, and we have to import GPUs. It takes a lot of time, and by the time we get the GPUs, the time is already done, right? So that is the biggest challenge that we are facing right now. So that is where we are thinking, with the existing hardware that we already have, how do we build a solution that can serve the Indian market and the US market in the same way.
ऑडियंस से बात करता हूँ विष्णु जी थोड़ी सी कि मैंने तो 2010 के अंदर इंजीनियरिंग कंप्लीट गई, तो 2006 से 2010 में इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज में वाटरफॉल मॉडल, ठीक है, और ऐसे कोई मॉडल पढ़ाए जाते थे कि भैया कि आप ये कर लो, ऐसे थ्योरी बहुत पढ़ाई जाती थी, और सी प्रोग्रामिंग पढ़ाई जाती थी, थोड़ा जावा के 2-4 कोड लिखवा लेते थे, हेलो वर्ल्ड का कोड लिखवा देते थे। इससे ज़्यादा तो शायद पूरे इंजीनियरिंग बैकग्राउंड में किसी ने नहीं पढ़ाया होगा कुछ भी, इससे बियॉन्ड। आज 2025-26 चल रहा है, तो आप लोग ही कमेंट करके बताओ कि आज के टाइप के इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज में क्या हेलो वर्ल्ड और सी प्रोग्रामिंग से ऊपर कुछ बात बढ़ी है किसी कॉलेज में? अगर कोई कॉलेज पढ़ा रहा है तो कमेंट करके जरूर बताना कि ये कॉलेज पढ़ा रहा है और ये बहुत बढ़िया पढ़ा रहा है, क्योंकि पॉडकास्ट तो हम बना रहे हैं बट समझ में नहीं आ रहा कि इंडिया के इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज में चल क्या रहा है। करेक्ट पीछे की?
या एब्सोल्युटली ग्रेट पॉइंट। और हमारा सिलेबस इतना जल्दी अपडेट नहीं होता है। कॉलेजेस, द वे दे टीच, they have not changed a lot. You are absolutely right. And that is something that we really want to change. We really want colleges to become AI native. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि चैट जीपीटी दे दिया या गूगल का जेमिनी दे दिया और बोल दिया स्टूडेंट्स को कि यू जस्ट यूज इट। थोड़े बहुत कॉलेजेस कर रहे हैं ऐसा, मगर देयर इज स्टिल अ लॉट दैट कैन बी डन unless our students understand how an LLM works, how generative AI works. They'll not be able to build solutions that can think beyond the limitations of generative AI. Generative AI can do a lot of things, but there are still a lot of limitations right now. Or unless our students get hands-on, they get their hands dirty, they'll not be able to build solutions that solve real-world problems. I think that is the key that colleges have to do right now.
अच्छा, LLM लैब्स और AI नेटिव कॉलेज एनवायरमेंट में कितना कंपलसरी है आज, कितना क्रिटिकल है? मतलब क्या होगा अगर, मतलब अगर मैं यही बात करूँ, अपनी 2025 में भी यही बात कर रहे कि नहीं है और 2035 में भी नहीं होगा, तो अपनी इंडिया तो चल ही रहा है, कितना क्रिटिकल है आज के तारीख में?
ये तो this is like the most critical thing. Like I was saying, India is far behind, and we are seeing the entry level jobs completely getting obliterated. There are no entry level jobs for software engineers. It is getting very difficult. And if people have to be ahead of the curve, be able to get entry level jobs, उनको AI tools use करना ही पड़ेगा. And it is not like कुछ AI tool उठा लिया उसको use किया. Not just that, they have to understand AI कैसे काम करता है, what you can do with it and what you cannot do with it, and what skills you need to develop to be able to use AI in an effective way. So whether you are a senior engineer inside a company or whether you are a fresh grad coming out of college, you should be able to use AI tools. You have to be AI native, and it is not just for software. अगर तुम कोई electrical engineer हो and you have to build some kind of a grid model and simulate how things happen in an actual electric grid, you will be able to use AI tools right now to simulate that. So there are a lot of things that engineers and even law students can do, right?
Correct.
They can take AI and feed all the earlier judgments that are there, and they can kind of find an inference based on that. So there is no limit to what college students can do with AI and collaborate with AI to generate something that is useful in their particular domain.
विष्णु जी, आप एक इंजीनियर हो, ठीक है, आप मीडिया भी आए, वो पॉडकास्ट चले, हमने आपको बुलाया पॉडकास्ट में आए, क्या मकसद है आपका पॉडकास्ट में आने का सर?
So आज के दिन में see AI is making a lot of things easy. कोडिंग तो बहुत इजी हो गया. तो बीइंग एन इंजीनियर हैज इट्स ओन एडवांटेजेस. You are able to know how to build a system. You have that capability to architect a solution. But unless you communicate it to the outside world on what exactly we are doing and how we are building it, it is very difficult for people to start using what we are building. And unless people use it, it doesn't make any difference whether we are building some rocket ship or whatever, right? So being able to communicate what we are building is the most important thing right now, whether it is with audience or whether it is with AI. AI में भी वही है. If you are not able to tell the AI what exactly you want, it will not give you the result.
Correct.
So communication right now is the key. That is what will determine who is the best going forward in future.
सारे फाउंडर्स से मैं बार बार बोलता हूँ कि आप द फाउंडर्स जी पॉडकास्ट की जर्नी में आइए. विष्णु जी भी एक इंजीनियर है. अपने प्रोडक्ट को मार्केट करने के लिए तो फाउंडर्स ड्रीम पॉडकास्ट इन्होंने चूज़ किया. तो अगर अपने प्रोडक्ट के बारे में आप बोलोगे नहीं, बार बार नहीं बोलोगे और अच्छा कम्युनिकेट नहीं करोगे, और जैसा विष्णु जी ने बताया कि अगर चैट जीपीटी से भी कुछ चाहिए तो कम्युनिकेट करना पड़ता है, तो आपके प्रोडक्ट को भी कम्युनिकेशन किया एक जरिया है द फाउंडर्स जी पॉडकास्ट. मैं वेट कर रहा हूँ आपका. अरे विष्णु जी, क्या वास्तव में एआई जॉब रिप्लेस कर रहा है या किसी को एनहांस कर रहा है?
So we have all heard that cliche, AI will not replace you, someone using AI will. So I am not going to sugarcoat it. AI definitely is causing a lot of job loss, especially in the entry level. And we are seeing it. Being a company, we are hiring less engineers than what we used to hire before. We are seeing this happening in the US as well. A lot of entry level jobs are getting lost, especially in the software. And we are seeing so many layoffs happening. So it is definitely important for people to understand how AI works and bring that into their day-to-day work, whether they are already in a job or whether they are a fresh grad coming out of the college. Everyone should be able to use AI. तो अगर तुम किसी सॉफ्टवेयर जॉब के लिए इंटरव्यू देने जा रहे हो, you should create your resume with all the list of projects that you have built using AI tools and how you have used them, and showcase what you have actually built. And if you are someone in the company, find gaps in the company that you can use AI to automate and show it to your management. That is how you'll get promoted. So becoming AI native is important, otherwise you will be behind.
वाह. तो इसी बात में मैं इसको रीएडिट कर देता हूँ द ऑडियंस थी, तो ये ऊपर के डेलीवेट हो जाएगा. कोई भी बंदा नौकरी लेने के लिए जा रहा है तो रिज्यूम में जैसा सर ने बताया कि एआई टूल यूज़ किया है आपने, और उस एआई टूल से आपने क्या आउटपुट निकाला है और कितने एआई टूल यूज़ किए हैं, आपकी नौकरी पक्की हो जाएगी.
Yes, absolutely.
अच्छा सर, मतलब कोई एक कॉल टू एक्शन बताओ जिसमें स्टूडेंट को प्रिपेयर किया जा सके एआई मॉडल को, ताकि वो यूज़ कर सके.
So my call to action to all the colleges, universities, and tech training institutes is this: make sure you are setting up your LLM labs and make sure that your students are becoming AI native. Give them access to LLMs and let them experiment with it. Let them build solutions. And there are thousands of use cases in India and abroad that can be automated or solutions built around using AI. So definitely the call to action is that give access to students to the LLM labs.
विष्णु सर, आपकी लीडरशिप स्किल्स कैसे शेप हुई, और क्या मोमेंट था ऐसा, कब इवॉल्व हुए, कब लगा कि एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप आना चाहिए, लीडरशिप क्वालिटी मेरे में है, कैसे बना था?
So like I was saying, I was a electrical engineer by study, and then the initial job that I got into was as a QA engineer. So one of the biggest challenges was trying to fight that title that is given to you or job responsibility that is given to you. So I never wanted to stick to a particular job title. तो तुम्हारा QA का रोल है तो तुम सिर्फ QA करो. I really wanted to expand beyond what is given to me and explore different things. And that is how I expanded into development and other things. I went to the US, learned a lot there, being there for 3 years. and I was in leadership roles in the US, then came back to India, worked very closely with many founders in leadership roles. That's when I determined that I'll have to do something for India. When I looked at the Gen AI wave and looking India falling behind in terms of what we are doing. So that is when I decided I have to leverage the engineering and architectural capabilities that I had and build something so that we can build something from India for the world. So that's how I started the Alpha AI.
सो द अल्फा एआई से जो इकोसिस्टम आपने बनाया उसका लॉन्ग टर्म विजन क्या है और ये एंटरप्राइज आप सब कोलैबोरेट कैसे कर सकते हैं?
So our long-term vision is to build private secure intelligence for companies. So right now there is OpenAI, there is Anthropic, there is Gemini, but none of these is private, and there's always a question about security. And we have seen this with lot of customers in the US that the privacy aspect is always in the back of their mind. So we are building a platform where the privacy and security is guaranteed for our business customers. And one of the things that we tell our businesses is that if your intelligence is rented, you are going to get obsolete one time or the other. We have seen it happening for many companies. So we don't want you to be stuck with rented intelligence from someone. We can help you fine tune and contextualize the intelligence for your own business use case. And you can get ahead from your competitors by doing that.
अच्छा विष्णु सर, इंडिया के अंदर एआई फाउंडर्स क्यों ज़्यादा नहीं है स्टिल?
So that is one of the biggest challenges. So there is a disconnect between the academia, the startups, and the enterprises. So unless we bring all of them together and we find a way to collaborate, it will be very difficult to build something meaningful in AI space. And this is purely from my personal experience being incubated in IIIT Hyderabad, which is known for their research capabilities. So we have seen firsthand how research is really important for being a AI founder. हम लोग बना सकते हैं कुछ AI wrapper, कुछ AI agents, and then we can deploy it. We can still make a decent amount of money from something like that. But if you have to create a meaningful impact from India to the world, then we'll have to do some deep level of research in the AI space, in the engineering space, and build a solution.
Correct.
So I think that is what is missing right now. And I call it the innovation triangle, where the academia, the startups, and the enterprise can come together, where the academia provides the research and the startups provide the innovative solutions and the enterprise provides the scale for the startup to grow it.
और आप भी आईआईटी इंक्यूबेटेड है राइट?
IIIT.
ट्रिपल आईटी अहमदाबाद राइट? वहाँ में बहुत सारे आइडियाज आते होंगे, बात करते होंगे, माइंड सेट समझते होंगे, बट स्टिल मैं आई वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड कि इनका क्या माइंडसेट ऐसा कि दे डोंट वांट टू बिल्ड ए गुड टेक एआई प्रोडक्ट. सबको शैम्पू बनाना है, सबको मसाला बनाना है.
Correct.
Why?
So there are multiple reasons. One is there is a disconnect between what we do in the research versus what we need in the industry. That disconnect has always been there. And we have seen a lot of people talk even in the past that जो भी college से बाहर आते हैं, they do not have enough skills to come directly into a company and start contributing. We have seen lot of startups come from IITs and IIITs who have done really well. But at a major level, that disconnect is always there between what we do in the academia and what we do in the industry. And I think bridging that gap, the incubation centers in lot of these industries are doing right now. In fact, there are a lot of programs in IITs and IIITs that are encouraging deep tech startups. And I've worked very closely with a lot of deep tech startups in IIIT Hyderabad, in IIT Bombay, and other places where I've seen what they're doing. The only thing is the scale again, right? And unless we are able to expand to something outside of India, to US or Euro, we will not be able to bring in that scale and that kind of money that we need to be able to set up the data centers or the GPUs to do more. So it is a multifaceted problem. One is the disconnect. The second is the finances. Also, the investment landscape in India. So there are a lot of challenges, but I think we are making progress, but not at the pace that China and US are doing.
एब्सोल्यूट मतलब ऐसा कौन सा मिसकंसेप्शन है जिसको आप क्लियर करना चाहते हो एआई के लिए ताकि लोग उसको समझे कि
So, one of the misconceptions that a lot of founders start with is that they need to be very deep down into research, and they spend a lot of time and money doing only research. And there is other set of companies that are building AI wrappers without doing a lot of deep research. So, the biggest challenge with both these cases is you will not be able to build something sustainable for the future. अगर तुम बना रहे हो कोई कंपनी विच इज जस्ट AI agent, you never know when OpenAI will just release a product and your whole business model collapses, right?
Correct.
And if you are just spending time on deep research, then you are already losing the time because there's so much research happening, so many things changing so fast. So there has to be a synergy between what people are doing, and they have to, it is a double-edged sword, so they have to try to play both together and build something where you are building something sustainable, but at the same time there is some level of research done before you are building the product, not just a wrapper. So if you are entering into the AI space, building a startup, don't just do deep research or don't just build AI wrappers. Try to bring both of them together and build something that is the only way for you to be sustainable.
तो मतलब इंडिया के लिए क्या मैसेज है ताकि द एप्पल रोड एआई लोग जुड़ सके
So, any business or any college that is out there, we are reaching out to you and telling you, if you have to set up a LLM lab and you have to experiment with LLM labs, reach out to us or companies similar to us. We'll help you set up and help you learn how to use LLMs effectively. And if you are a business, don't just live on rented time. It is time for you to go private and secure so that your LLMs work for your business context and not the other way around. So the alpha.ai helps you train and make your intelligence private. It is at a very high level. That is the simple thing. There are a lot of things that we bring into the mix, so your engineers don't have to worry about. So if you are thinking you have to hire AI experts and you have to build a machine learning team, you don't have to. So we are making it easy for you. So you just come on our platform, plug everything together, and it starts working. So that is the ease that we are bringing to enterprises, so that you can focus on your business use case and not spend money and time on building intelligence.
who can use the alpha road AI
So there are two specific customers that can use alpha.ai. One, like I said, the universities and colleges to set up LLM labs and make their students and even lecturers AI native. So that's one set. And the core that we are focusing right now is the enterprises, where software is your core and you are building your whole business based on software. If that is your business, then alpha.ai is here for you to help you become intelligent.
so this is the completely a tailor-made solution for any university and any kind of enterprise who is building tech,
Yes.
not other WAs.
Not other companies right now, but we are hopeful when the AI wave comes to India and lot of companies move away from being normal traditional businesses to software enabled businesses like it is in the US right now. In US we see even companies that are providing laundry services and other things. They're all tech enabled, right? But in India that is not the case. But with AI we see that that is something that might happen, and just like we leapfrog from not having to have landlines in all the places, we just leapfrogged into mobile. Something similar we are hoping will happen with AI, where instead of being a normal traditional business, then moving to software enabled, then moving to intelligent AI enabled business, India has the opportunity to leapfrog into AI enabled business from the start. So I think that is where we'll come in and help the customers.
सो इट्स पॉडकास्ट एक आपकी सवाल है एआई ड्रिवन फ्यूचर में रिलेवेंट रहने के लिए क्या स्किल्स और माइंडसेट इम्पोर्टेंट है
So one of the most important things, and this is based on my personal experience, is that you have to stay curious. You have to understand how things work from the first principles basis, and you have to identify what are the different gaps based on your experience. So there is no replacement for experience. People might say AI will replace jobs and all of that, but there is no replacement for experience. So if you are experienced, you are a subject matter expert in a particular field, double down on it and use AI as your augmentation or collaborator so that you can do more instead of doing less. So don't hesitate to use AI, even if you are experienced or young. Use AI in your day-to-day activities, whatever it might be. Don't just spend time on creating AI slop like deepfakes and all of that. Spend time on things that matter, and you will be able to build something meaningful.
विष्णु साहब थैंक यू सो मच फॉर कमिंग इन द पॉडकास्ट
Thank you so much for having me. It was a great experience.
थैंक यू सो
Thank you.